Hey guys, Jack here, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now, as you can see from the title of today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 10 really easy games for Gamerscore. Now, if you're not into Gamerscore or not into collecting Gamerscore, then this isn't a video for you. Feel free to click off. But straight away, I'm going to be giving you 10 games that I think are really easy for Gamerscore. And as you can see by the thumbnail, it's around 13 hours of gameplay that you will need to do to get these. It's probably less than that because I've rounded it up to make sure that it's fair. But anyway, let's get into it. So the first game I'm going to be telling you guys about is a game called The Gardens Between. Now this game is really fun to play. It's on Game Pass if you have Game Pass. If you don't, I'm not sure how much it is. I'll try and include a price on screen for you. But it's basically just a little bit of a puzzler game using light orbs to get through rocks and things like that. It's actually really fun. Now some facts about this game: it takes just over 1 hour to complete, and there's a total of 17 achievements in this game, worth 1000 Gamerscore. And as I said, it's a decent little playthrough. I think the graphics on this game are really cool, and definitely make sure to check it out. Now the second game I'm going to be telling you guys about is a game called Tacoma. Now this game is also on Game Pass, and I will put a price on screen for you now. It took me 50 minutes to complete, but I would say give yourself between an hour to an hour and a half. It probably is less than that, but I'm just saying if you're new to it, follow a guide, it will definitely help. And there's 12 achievements in this game worth a total of 1000 Gamerscore. Basically, you're on a space station and you go through a certain storyline, and it's a really fun little game to play, and only takes you like less than an hour to complete. It took me 50 minutes. So the third game I'm going to be telling you guys about is a game called The Station. Now this game is actually really fun to play, and it's not on Game Pass. You will have to pay for it, but because I've already bought it, I don't really know the price, but I'll try and put it on screen for you. As I said before, I'll try and do that with most of these. I'll try and put the price on screen so you know. Basically, the game, you're on a space station, as the game is called The Station, and it follows a storyline, and the game takes less than an hour. It actually took me 17 minutes to complete this game, which is absolutely insane to think for 17 minutes of gameplay you can get 1000 Gamerscore, because that's how much this game is worth. And also there's 11 achievements in total. I would also recommend to follow a guide on this game, because that will help you a lot and reduce the time of you playing it, because you might enjoy the game and you might want to take ages playing it to get the Gamerscore, but if you're like me and you want to get the most Gamerscore out of the shortest time possible, then follow a guide. The next game I'm going to be telling you guys about is a game called 6180 The Moon. Now this game, you're basically playing as a light orb, and you have to follow the direction of it. If you jump up in the air, it then flies up from the bottom, and you have to judge it. It does take a few tries to get used to it, and it definitely did for me. This is a 2-hour completion. I can't remember how long this took me. I can check on True Achievements, or you can, I think I can check and then post in the video, but if I don't, I'd imagine it took me around an hour and a half to 2 hours, because this game did frustrate me at loads of points, because it just took me a while to get used to the mechanics of the game, and I got really annoyed with it. It's a case of me, I played this game over a certain amount of days, so I played like half hour a day, then another half hour, then another half hour. I'm not the type of person that will sit and play the whole 1 hour and 30 minutes of the game. Maybe you're like dedicated to do that, but that's up to you. This game is worth 1000 Gamerscore and has a total of 16 achievements. I would say it's up to you whether you follow a guide on this or you want to just get used to it yourself. I would recommend following a guide to reduce that time by a little bit, but as I said, it's up to you. And the fifth game is a game called CG A Fart for Melcina. Now, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce the name of it, but that's how I would say it. This game is basically a bit similar to Mario in the sense you run around trying to pick up coins, you go through certain levels. Now this game, there is an achievement on this game where you've got to complete the whole game in 30 minutes. Now that would mean you going through the game once and then going through it again. That's what I did. So I did 2 playthroughs of this game just to definitely make sure I had everything down and I knew where stuff was before I went and done it. Now there is a case of you could be extra lucky and end up going through the whole game in less than 30 minutes in the first playthrough, which is insane, but it took me 2 tries. Now I actually really enjoyed playing this game, and I think I did it 3 or 4 times for certain channels that I have, but I don't know if I actually uploaded it to the channel. I know I did do it twice at least, because obviously you have to do it twice, but I did it 3 times. I definitely recommend following a guide for this, because there are like 3 achievements that you can miss. It's like for finding hidden items in the game, and you can miss them, so it would mean you going back through and playing through again to find them. So I definitely recommend you follow a guide. This game is worth 1000 Gamerscore and has 17 achievements. I don't think I said in that last bit there that CG is also a 2-hour completion. If I did, then let's move on. But anyway, the next game I'm going to be telling you guys about is a game called Planet RXI or Rix 13, however you want to say it. This game is basically a story game. You go through the game to get the achievements. It's a 2D adventure game, as you can see on the screen. And this game took me under 1 hour to complete. It took me exactly 42 minutes to complete this game. I did it in one sit-in. There's 17 achievements in this game worth 1,000 Gamerscore. Now, I would highly recommend you follow a guide for this, because if you don't, you're most likely going to mess something up or get lost in the world or do something that will then affect the future play of the game, so you can't get the achievements that you want. So I would definitely recommend following a guide, but an easy 1,000 Gamerscore to get if you do follow the guide. And hey, it takes like less than an hour to complete, so what's the harm in trying it? I'll also put the prices for this game on the screen and every other game that I've mentioned, because I can't check because I've bought the game already. But yeah, that's number 7 for you guys. I just realised I said the last one was the 7th. It isn't. This one is the 7th. The next game I'm going to be telling you guys about is a game called Bulb Boy. Now, this game, you follow an adventure of a little boy who is a bulb, and he can take his head off, go across the ceiling and things like that. And it's a really fun adventure game. It's a 2-hour completion and 1,000 Gamerscore. I think it's really fun to play. Definitely follow a guide to help you out on this, because it helped me following a guide. And I would definitely say that give it a try, see how you feel, and try and complete it and get the 1,000 Gamerscore. The 8th game I'm going to be telling you guys about is a game called North. Now, this game, I think it's come out a couple of times reduced on sale, because a lot of these games end up coming out on sale because people buy them for the achievements and then no one really plays it other than that. So they come out on sale a lot, or they reduce the price of it, or some of them even get put on Game Pass like I showed you at the beginning. Now, this game called North, as you can see on screen, in North you play as a man who applies for asylum in a city filled with strange creatures and strange customs. Now, this is a weird game to play. This game, I did find this game very weird and trippy, but it is definitely worth the Gamerscore. This game took me 37 minutes to complete, but the estimated time is around about an hour. There are 10 achievements in this game worth 1,000 Gamerscore, and also, as I've said with most of these, I would recommend following a guide, because it will reduce that time more, and there are missable things that you could miss in the game. The second from last game I'm going to be telling you guys about is a game called Bird Game Plus. Now, I would admit this game is really, really boring in my opinion. I did not enjoy playing this game. You basically play as a drawn bird that you fly around the screen. The controls annoyed me at times, and sometimes the things don't load in as quick as they should, and then you end up dying in the game and have to restart. But it is definitely, in my opinion, worth the Gamerscore, just not worth playing the game other than that. Now, this game took me less than an hour to complete, so again, worth the 1,000 Gamerscore that the game is worth. I would probably recommend following a guide. If you do want to go through it on your own, then fair play, do it yourself. It has a rating of 3.5 stars out of 5, so there could be things better with it. Like I said, the gameplay isn't that fun to play, but it is definitely worth the 1,000 Gamerscore. And finally, the last game I'm going to be telling you guys about is a game called Dagger Hood. Now, this game, as you can see on screen, is a bit like Mario. It's a platformer game where you go through the game, you have to collect the gems and things like that, and there are achievements for collecting a certain amount of gems, and so on and so forth. Now, this game is also a 1-hour completion. This game took me half an hour to complete, a mere 30 minutes to get 1,000 Gamerscore, which I would say is definitely worth it. It has a rating of 2.5 stars out of 5, which I would not agree with. I actually really enjoyed playing this game, and it reminded me of Mario so much, and because if you've played Mario a lot in your childhood, you will get used to this game very easily, and if you follow a guide, again, that usually cuts down the time. This game, obviously, on True Achievements has a rating of like an hour, so it says it could take an hour to complete. As I said, this took me half an hour to complete, so I halved that. There are people that take longer than that, there are people that take less, but if you take your time with it and you follow a guide, you will definitely get the 1,000 in mere seconds. So anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this. As I said, that is, for you, a list of 10 games that are worth 10,000 Gamerscore altogether, and you can complete them in less than 13 hours, which I think is absolutely insane. You don't have to sit there for the whole 13 hours and play them one after the other. Usually what I end up doing is I wait for these games to come out on sale, and then I buy them on sale. If they come on Game Pass, I play them that way. So I would recommend you wait for that, but if not, if these games are around like £2 or £3, then definitely go ahead and buy them, because it is worth it. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you want to see a part 2, I have loads of other games I could show you guys that are easy for Gamerscore, so definitely let me know in the comments below. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to smash a like, and I'll see you next time. Peace.